if the Kansas City Chiefs pull off the improbable
Yeah.
and they three-peat
Mm-hmm.
and they win,
Yeah.
what is their legacy in the pantheon of the NFL?
It's crazy because not a lot of people are giving them much credit. It seems like a lot of people are kind of poo-pooing them. They're kind of like, hey, they're not that great of a team. Like you've been hearing like from some of the like the Hall of Famers, like guys like Jerry Rice, guys like Terrell Owens, like these guys that you hear, on these podcasts, and like none of them seem to be like, oh yeah, they're the best team ever, right? They're going to be the only team. First of all, they're the only team that's been to three straight Super Bowls after they've won the first two. Like I know the
Right.
Bills did it, but they didn't win any of
Bills did
them.
it.
That
Miami did it, but Miami lost the first one and then
Yeah.
won the following two.
So they're the first team in history to have the opportunity to three-peat.
Correct.
And the first team that has won two and is in the Super Bowl. So
Correct.
like they've already kind of made that history, right? So now is can they finish the job?
Yep.
And to me, I'm not really looking at them as like they're one of the best teams ever. I feel like there's just been too much controversy with
Mm-hmm.
them and like just not enough like, hey, they won this game because they like, they like crushed the competition. They just like look like they were a juggernaut and they were like so good. It just seems like they just kind of like hung around and then they win in the end. It's just their MO, like I said earlier. And it just doesn't, it's just not, hasn't been done in a dominating fashion. And it seems
100%.
like a lot of times they've won at the expense of other teams like making mistakes. They've won at the expense of, like other teams getting a bad call, other teams making a mistake, like like muffing a punt or like a bad interception, poor clock management, all these things that have happened, right? They get a
Yep.
pass interference call, like
Yep.
against Philadelphia last time. They get a muff like the muff punt against the Niners. The guy misses the extra point, gives them the opportunity to kick a field goal to tie the game at the end of overtime or at the end
Yep.
of regulation. So like just all these things that kind of happen, and they're the benefactors, and it's not like they've like went through and they're always like